5 years ago, when I was 13 years of age, I spent a whole of my time being addicted to a game called Balance. Essentially, the gameplay in Balance was to move a ball through a course without it falling down. Balance had a total of 12 levels, which I finished quite quickly. I thought it was such an awesome game, and I was pretty sad that I could not find a good alternative. I played games like Netherball, Switchball, Hamster Ball and Marble Madness. They all, however, did not give the thrill that Balance did. 2 years went by, and since I loved programming, I decided to start making my own version of Balance. Back then, I used a game-making program called GameMaker. It introduced me to learn programming paradigms. Anyway, I had some experience in using GameMaker and started by listing all the features I would want the game to have. It was already the year 2009 when I had something working. I regularly asked questions on the Dutch GameMaker forum concerning all sorts of building blocks of a 3D game. I came across a Japanese website where people managed to create their own levels of Balance using the tool Balance was created in, namely Virtools. I had some fun using Virtools and opening Balance in it and having a look at the levels, but I just knew this wasn't the way to create my own version, to create my own game. So I went about and worked further on the game in GameMaker, which I back then called Balance 2 open source. I used the 3D engine called Extreme 3D, bundled with Bullet Physics engine. What I ended up with was a few balls and blocks that I could move, and when the player ball fell off, it fell endlessly. That was it. I also contacted Balance's skybox creator, Michael Herm. He told me how he created the Balance skyboxes, and I was pretty amazed how much work he put into it. He told me how he created the Balance skyboxes, and I was pretty amazed how much work he put into it. The idea of creating a Balance sequel has been on my to-do list ever since, until the start of the school year 2011. Therefore, people, I present to you, in its very early concept stage, my and my friend's school project, the creation of the game Gravité. From conceptualizing to implementing, we all had the sort of the same idea of what we wanted to make. We also needed to incorporate a bit of technology because, well, that's what the school project was about. We had to incorporate a bit of software, a bit of technology, with a media side and a business side. So what we did for technology was use Lego Mindstorms NXT. What we actually did was, well, we had several ideas what we could do in hardware, but we came to the conclusion that we could actually make a controller. In this case, since there are multiple sensors for the Lego Next, we thought it might be a good idea to use the gyroscope sensor to track someone's hand, yeah, and translate that to the ball's speed and acceleration. So that was a bit of the idea, and actually it worked pretty nice. You can see a demo in the upcoming video. Now we'll press this one. There we go. We all started working on our own parts of the project. Jeroen and I worked on the software. Ben and Pim worked on media. The initial requirement was for us using Microsoft's XNA. We wanted to do a 3D game. Balance was 3D. But we overestimated the 3D capabilities of XNA. Really, what it meant was that we had to write our own 3D engine, and that just took too much time. We said bye-bye to Microsoft's XNA, and we went over to Unity 3D game engine. We had a 3D game, we needed physics, well, Unity had physics. We needed particle effects, Unity had particle effects. Those kinds of things. As this project was finished, we had to present it on the so-called P1 event, the event that ended the first period. As you might know, there were multiple groups of students who did their own projects, and it was sort of a competition. And there was also a prize to be won. And I don't know why, but always when they say prize, a little bell goes off in my head and it says, I need to have it. Don't know why. I just want to. Anyway, we did. We won. Which I found pretty cool. Anyway, let's hear Ben and Jeroen say what they think about it. What was your primary task for Project Gravité?
Well, I made a lot of textures, and I also did all sound design and the main logo.
What did you do for Gravité?
I mainly did marketing and the communication part.
Well, sure, it was a great idea. I mean, yeah, there are products like it, but there's nothing just like it.
The day started with us just showing our teachers that our room where we had our stuff settled was completely filled with people. Utterly, it was, you couldn't even get out of the room.
Ja, al die namen.
Het papier is uitvoeren. En de game designers zitten eigenlijk hier een beetje aan.
Die is strikt.
De linkse draait de camera een kwartslag linksom, dus een beetje tegen de voering, en rechts. Dus je allebei tegelijk indrukt. Dan weer een pauze. Dus elke keer een kwartslag. Ja. En door aan de voorkant gaat hij.
Die staan overal, hè? Slim stap, ja. Je had het weer dan.
Kleine kogel leren. Voor gaming heeft gewonnen groep 4B.
So there you have it. That's really the whole story behind it. It encompasses about 3-4 years of mostly thinking, bit of development, and just plain awesomeness. I thought it was an awesome project, and I'd like to hear from you guys what you think of it. Please comment down in the video, like it if you want to. You can also check out my blog. This video is also posted on my blog. That's rctdeclan.com/blog. I thought of that, really. I thought of that. The Gravité source code is all open source. You can find it at the link above here. Anyway, this was Declan. Glad to see you. Goodbye.